Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you with me, and I'm surprised I haven't been able to post anything in a while. Some of these shots are from before Christmas, but now it's halfway through January and we are in the slow time of winter, which I love. I feel like winter forces you to slow down, and I welcome it. We had family in for the holidays, and right after the holidays is Hector's birthday, so we celebrated that in a small way as a family at home and really enjoyed our time together. The weather has been up and down. We've had beautiful, bright, sunny days, and then some very windy, freezing days. Right now it's pouring, and it will be snowing and in the negatives in the next couple of days. But yesterday it was in the 50s and bright and sunny. So that just gives you an idea of how weird the weather is where I live. But I guess those sunny, warm days in the middle of winter are a nice little break from the cold. We've been going on a lot of walks together as a family and just getting some good exercise in, especially at night in the dark under the stars. It's been so fun. And even when it's cold, we bundle up and get out there. We replaced our deer cam recently, and it's been fun to see what it captures in the night. We've seen a little bunny rabbit, a raccoon, and the coolest of all, a bobcat. We've seen them here before, but it was so long ago, we never hear them, we never see signs of them, so we were all very surprised to catch sight of one, but we haven't seen any deer. We're waiting to see some deer so we can hunt and bring home some free organic meat from our land. This is the pig fat that my boys brought home to me from that pig they helped butcher, and I rendered it overnight to get the lard out and fried these delicious donuts. I rolled them in cinnamon and sugar and served them with some raspberry jam. I also made some roasted duck with orange marmalade, and we burned our Christmas tree. And this is how we celebrated Hector's birthday. Then after dinner and after burning our tree, we headed over to Longhorn and had our favorite dessert. It's called the chocolate stampede. I have been loving my Instapot. I've made quite a bit of bone broth. I've made beans. I've made roast. It comes out so tender. I've made whole chickens and just used the meat for other dishes. Today I'm putting all of the duck bones in to make some duck bone broth. I didn't show whatever I'm making here, but I think I'm starting some English muffin dough, which I usually start the night before, let it ferment overnight, and then the next day I make fresh English muffins for breakfast. It's definitely a family favorite. I've been pulling out some of the herbs that I dried last year and the year before, my lemon balm and some plantain and dandelion, and just combining them with ginger and cinnamon and chamomile and enjoying herbal teas as often as possible. It's a great way to stay hydrated, but it's also so nourishing and so comforting in this cold time of year. This is some apple cinnamon oatmeal, and I'm making some chicken noodle soup today as well. And I'm gonna make some cheddar biscuits to go along with those. I bought these really great noodles at a local country store, and I wanted to use those. I wasn't sure if I can cook them in the Instapot, so I cooked them separate and I add them to the soup afterwards. I also worked a lot this day. I remember Hector roasted coffee, I cleaned the whole house, I cooked a lot, I organized a lot, I folded all the laundry. It was just a really intense work day, and I think it's because all the holidays were behind us. Hector's birthday was behind us, and it felt like I could finally start my new year off and get some things accomplished after so much rest and relaxation. So I'm putting some ginger, garlic, onions, carrots, and rainbow chard into my chicken noodle soup. And I've got a lot of broth in my fridge, so of course that will be the base for the soup. I wanted to make it really brothy and just really, really nourishing. I cooked a whole chicken in the Instapot, deboned it, and then went back to the Instapot to saute all the veggies, put the chicken meat in, put the broth in, and reset the Instapot for another 30 to 40 minutes, really more like 20 or 30 minutes for the soup setting. And I did basic seasoning, salt, pepper, garlic powder, and turmeric. So I buy my bread flour and my all-purpose flour from Azure Standard. They're not coming for another week and a half. So I have this wonderful cookbook that has all these tried and true recipes that you use just home ground flour in. If you've ever milled flour, you know that you do not just try any recipe with milled flour. You have to know it's going to work because it's definitely different. But this cookbook has never failed me. I love it. I have tried so many delicious recipes, and today, since I have no all-purpose, I'm using a recipe from the cookbook and modifying it a little bit with some sourdough to make some cheddar biscuits using soft white wheat. And they are drop biscuits, so I didn't roll them out and cut them. I just dropped them in the skillets, bake them, and they will be served alongside my chicken noodle soup. I'm also refeeding my starter so that later tonight it'll be active and bubbly and ready to start dough for some sourdough loaves that I'll bake in the morning. While all that cooks, I'm gonna go on a walk and enjoy some of the lovely weather. That was such a satisfying meal. It's evening time, and this is usually when I get my dough going for baking the next morning. So I'm making my usual double batch of sourdough for just regular sourdough loaves. I have made these in so many variations. I've done jalapeno cheddar, I've done cinnamon raisin, I've done chocolate chips. I'm keeping it plain and simple today. But I'll mix the dough up, let it ferment overnight, and then roll it out and bake it in the morning. I also made these yummy German pancakes as a delicious bedtime snack for the family. We had a weird day with eating. I think we had a really late breakfast, a really late lunch, and then we were not hungry at dinner time, so we just made a yummy treat as our bedtime snack. I also didn't feel that well that evening, so I took some tincture for a little immune boost and felt so much better by the morning. I hope you guys enjoyed sharing this video with me. I look forward to seeing you next time. God bless you all, and please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.